Hey everyone, we are Never Split the Party. We are playing Paizo's Starfinder. This is one of our special Tales from the Drift episode. Pretty much whenever someone's absent, we'll do something a little bit weird during these episodes. Right now, Patrick has split the party.
Yeah,
What
Pat.
else is new?
So this Tales from the Drift, episode 1, is actually going to be like a 4 days in the life of the party on their starship as they're in transit to their next area. I know we have some, or at least one new viewer. Hi, Angel. So I don't
Hello.
want to give too many spoilers if you guys are still catching up on YouTube. And since it's not pertinent to where we are, I will simply say the party has left Pyramid Station Alpha en route to their next destination, the planet of Revel. It's going to take them 4 days to get there. We're going to pick up with what they do in those 4 days. I actually have not really worked with them too much on what they're planning. I am terrified. Yep, I've got hives coming in, and yeah, really worried. But before then, let's do some announcements, should anyone have any, and then we'll jump into introductions from the party. Yes, thank you, Justin. I may or may not have skipped introductions last episode. It's fine. For announcements, does anyone have anything?
Not quite. No. Well, I mean, can me and Nick plug our
Yes, please.
stream? All right. So on this Sunday, the 17th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, me and Nikki G are hosting a 24-hour live stream event through Extra Life. Now, I know Justin's going to be helping out. I know Steviathan's going to make an appearance. I know Dusty was saying that he was going to make an appearance as well. So
At
you
the
might
very
see
least, the
some
late
faces.
night stuff.
Cool. So you might be seeing some extra faces here and there, but as we are going to play not only video games, but we're also going to be playing board games as well. We're going to have some neat little stuff going on. This is actually a little spinner I'm working on. That'll spin, and we'll do some funny stuff. So come on by. Again, that's Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay.
What
all I
would
got.
be Eastern non-standard time?
It would be daylight savings time. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't think that's how that works.
No. It's EST and EDT. I don't know what the D stands for.
Daylight
Detrimental.
savings time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That actually, I think that's what it is. Eastern Daylight Savings Time. Yeah, EDT.
So are we sure that's whatever?
Hey, Dustin.
Daylight saving
Dustin.
times is
Hey,
over.
Dustin,
Yes.
So being that it's
suck it.
Eastern Day. So yeah.
Oh, look,
but-
a micrometeor has crashed into Seeker's room. Where did he go?
Alrighty, but that's all I got. Does anybody else have anything?
At least Seeking can breathe still.
Oh, well, weird. It punched a hole right in his
I
face.
do not have anything.
No, that's
Okay.
perfect. I believe that is all we have for announcements. I do not think we are starting the party plays this week. Unfortunately, Star Wars is coming out on Thursday, and I already have had tickets for that day and will not be playing anything at all.
Or
We are
next week.
hopefully eventually
gonna-
doing... What's next week?
Right
Next,
in the chat here, I'm going to post a link to our Extra Life page for anybody who has any more questions about it.
Wage.
next
Fine.
week, I am heading up to Vermont on Thursday. So
All right. We'll figure something out. We'll eventually play Divinity. That's fine. And yeah, pop over to the Discord if you guys want to ever chat about stuff like that. Also, I'm looking to plan some other campaigns in the future, story-wise and stuff like that. So always looking for feedback and all of that fun stuff.
Cool.
Alrighty, we will just jump into it then. Could I get introductions from everyone after I remind everyone that my name is Dustin. I also go by the Arbitrary Nerd, and I am the GM. I'd say extraordinaire, but who are we kidding? I'm just here for, here.
All right. My name is Michael, and I play Zero, who is a android operative.
My name's Chris. I play Milla Dotwood Abigail Priest, the best Darkin mechanic there is in the this side of the galaxy.
I'm Nick, and I play Brawl, who's a Soki soldier, and he does enjoy beating things with his fists every now and again.
I'm Justin. I play Seeker, the android technomancer. That's it.
We also, I mean, I can almost have you guys do your physical descriptions at some point during this episode. Maybe work it in because we were commissioning an artist to get some new player art specifically for tokens and maybe some advertisements and stuff.
Don't do it, Nick.
Hold on.
I harassed them all for character descriptions, so they've kind of solidified a little bit more on that front. So
Hold on a
hopefully they
second.
work it in.
We got one more. Hi, my name is Patrick, and I play Reich Oren, or Rye, or AKA Handsome. And I'm a very handsome person, in both real life and in the game.
Did I forget to mention that Lashunta are very symmetrical? It says it in the book.
Yes.
And I'm not a murderer.
From now on, Pat's not allowed to do his own introductions. I think we have to do a round robin style for Pat's
that'd be
character
good.
intro. For viewers who don't know, Patrick's not here. I don't know why, and I don't frankly care. Right. Getting into the first episode, you guys are hurtling through space in the ship you guys have named the Indecision. Took a while to get to this name, which is upsetting.
One would say we were very indecisive.
Moving on.
I thought we picked this name pretty quickly.
Yeah, I didn't say it took you a long time to pick it. It took a long time to come to it. Yes. I was avoiding it like the plague. It is not my favorite name, but
I like it.
Better than Sobshi, so I no longer care. You have
like
lowered
that
my
one, too.
standards. Lowered my standards as usual. I'm just opening up Roll20 so we can kind of, for viewers, I can get you guys over to the ship if Justin has that up ever. I don't know if we're going to, but it's there. And I'll give a little bit of description of the ship hurtling through space. If you wanted the thematic Star Wars reference, it's pretty close to Darth Maul's spaceship in Episode 1. It is a bit of a triangle shape with like pop-out wings at the back end, and it's got a little command like raised towers, like second floor in the middle of the ship. They decided to paint it steel gray with red highlights, not realizing they were just referring to the picture of the ship. Yep, 0 Hour, by the way, is where the ship comes from. It's the Lakota class ship on their website. Pretty cool. And as you guys are hurtling through space, you're heading towards planet Revel. We'll say that we're waking up. I think we're on 5th day in the week, if I'm not mistaken. And we'll say you're at the start of the day. And what wakes you all, as you guys are kind of in your respective cabins, or Miller, who lives in the engine room, you guys hear, echoing through the ship, "Yee-haw!" And it is just Rye repeatedly trying to practice getting the pitch, the tone, the tenor of his yeehaw perfect. And he is spending a god-awful long time on it, probably 4 days.
First thing Miller does is mute. Yeah, ship wide. Yeah.
So where is everybody located within like Miller's definitely not in like the other rooms, but who had what room? Mine clearly has my name on it. At least
So there are 4. I think we said was it 5 bedrooms? Why do you not
There's
have a room
6.
if there are 5 rooms?
There's 6.
Well, the one of them on the map is circled. That is actually a converted room. That's
okay.
not a bedroom. That's going to be space for one of your like mods that you eventually buy. There are 5 bedrooms, but I don't remember why Miller's in the.
Because that's what he
he wanted to be there.
Brawl is in Brawl's room is the one that you wrote on, which is the middle room on the left side.
And
but-
0, I believe, is below him. So it is the bottom leftmost room.
Yep.
Do we remember which room was
Rye's
room?
Are we showing this off to stream at all?
No, that's why I'm trying.
That's
to be
why I'm
descriptive.
trying to be as descriptive as
Okay.
possible.
Yes.
So across the hall from Brawl, I'm pretty sure is where Rye's room was.
And
I
then
agree.
where is Seekers?
Mine would probably be next to his, I guess.
Yep, that's
the top.
That means Miller has a space.
Miller does
Yeah.
absolutely have a space, but he elected to go into the engine room because
He wanted to give it to
likes
Notsob.
Well, no, actually, not stop sleeping in the same room. He likes the tight spaces. Kind of reminds him of home.
Yep. Gloves in tight spaces.
Hey, you're turning into something. It's not.
So yeah, Miller has kind of like strung up a hammock, Kaylee style from Firefly, in the back of the engine room, and he's taken the looks like the bottom right engine compartment is kind of like his little nest. Which I guess he hangs out with Notsob. Notsob, for those who maybe don't know what we're talking about, Notsob is the goblin companion that Miller kind of adopted.
Mascot.
He's I don't really know that you guys have really given him a role yet. He's right now Miller's assistant as far as I can tell, and he is also
Assistant.
We almost had a mascot in what's his
In the
name?
other
Don't a
goblin.
masked head, not a
Masthead.
mascot. Those are two
Yeah.
different things. One of those needs to breathe in space. One of those you don't really care.
Could you imagine we just get to the other planet, get out there, the first thing they see when they receive us is just a dead goblin?
I'm telling you right
Frozen.
now, this would be a whole different campaign. You guys would be Reavers from
Yeah, I was gonna
episodes like
say.
15 on.
Oh, that's great. So are we? Do we have free reign then?
In this morning, you guys have free reign. So let me just know what you guys are doing, or if you did something last night that you guys want to refer back to, that's fine. It's like you went to sleep, but you've got a little bit of time in your room, and then first meal, community meal, will be breakfast that Rex is preparing in the conference room, rec room, breakfast room at the very back of the ship.
All right. Anybody care if I begin?
Go for it.
Actually,
Oh.
or I was just gonna say, where are you beginning, this morning or last night?
Do you guys need last night? You do have 4 days.
Yes.
Then you have last night. We'll start with last night as everyone's going to bed.
As of the end of last episode, Rye made a lovely compliment about the box of soiled laundry that I happened to commandeer from Pilfer, from the other vessel that we so lovingly
Handled.
disabled. Disabled's better term. So last night I made sure that soiled box of laundry made it into his quarters.
Question, did you search through the soiled box of laundry, or did you just dump it?
I just dumped it.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I was gonna say this doesn't have to be last night, but at some point I would like to reach out to a certain person that I know. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, Dustin.
I know who you're talking about.
And ask a few things, but that can be done a little later, I think.
I'd recommend we'll do that in the next night cycle after you guys have had a day.
Okay.
And if we need to go headphones off for everyone else, we'll do so.
Cool.
All right,
Alright.
so you guys are waking up in the morning, get a bit of downtime before you head to breakfast. What's the deal?
So Miller pings over. So I don't know where Nick is, but I'm sorry, I don't know where Brawl is, but he hears over the intercom. Hey, hey, Brawl, can you meet me back in my quarters? The engine room in the back. You know, it's the one that's all the way in the back. Has a lot of machinery in it.
Yeah. I'll be right there.
All right. So
On the way over to that, as I exit my room, I'd like to bang on Rye's door. Like, would you keep quiet?
You hear like a sullen yee-haw from behind the door.
And then I'll make my way over to the engine room.
So, what Brawl sees as soon as he walks into the engine room, it's Miller going nuts. Miller and Notsob. Miller's just kind of running around, twisting a valve over here and walking up and just pushing a few buttons and pulling some levers. He looks and says, Notsob, go over there and hold down that button for about 10 seconds. And he sees and he meets eyes with Brawl.
Hey, Chris. Chris.
Yes.
Accent.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm trying to set up the scene here.
Set up the scene in character with accents.
All right. So, so he goes, Notsob, go push that button over there. And he looks and he meets eyes with Brawl. And he says, all right, Brawl, I need you to run over there, twist that valve, and then run over to the opposite side over there and pull that lever. and he's basically going crazy here, spinning the wheel and running all around the engine room.
All right, Brawl's not gonna show any hardly. Man, I can't word today. He's not gonna show any. I really don't know the word I'm looking for right now. He's not gonna be quick about doing anything. He's going to walk over, turn the valve, and then he's gonna go walk over, not run, and then do the other thing.
All right. You can do it a little quicker. Let's we can light a fire in your ass or something here. But now, after you pull that lever, what I want you to do is I want you to push that button that Nonstop was just pushing over there. And while you do that, you got to turn 3 times on this wheel here, and then we should be done.
I push the button, and then I'll turn the wheel 3 times.
All right. And then all at once, Miller just kind of stops and goes, all right. Good job, guys, gentlemen.
What was that?
Figured you'd be the perfect guy for this one. I know, our good old captain there, he gave you a bit of a hard time on our fight there. Figured,
he did, and let me tell you, he might pay for it soon.
Oh, no, he's already paid for it now. You see what we just did here, and I'm gonna let you in on a little secret here, Brawl. I've been doing this for a little while here, I've been kind of setting the gravity slightly off, so he thinks he might be slightly heavier than he already is, and I've also been kind of messing with water pressure in his showers, and kind of making it so that it only comes out like lukewarm. It's not like the perfect shower temperature, and you can't get any hotter. And then so it's just giving him minor inconveniences. I figured you'd enjoy that.
Oh yeah, that 2-bit actor's got a lot coming towards him.
Oh yeah, he definitely does.
He thinks he can boss me around. I don't think so.
So, Brawl, you fight with your fists, huh?
Yeah, personal preference.
But you carry that Doshko around everywhere you go.
Oh, that's just mostly for show. Yeah, these are my babies.
Yeah? What kind of damage have you done to them? Mostly kidneys, right?
Oh, you got it. Yeah, only on occasion. That's when I'm trying to, really lay into a guy,
I think I could understand that. Yeah. What do you do for fun around here?
Well, mostly I've been trying to, it's not really much fun. I'm trying to look out for things that I can send back home.
I can attest to that. Yeah. Yeah, and you know what? When I first met you, I didn't know what to think of you. You know that? We got on the ship and you kind of sold us out under the river a little, trying to keep a whole bunch of money. But I think I could get you.
Oh, see, that money wasn't for me. It was for me, but it wasn't for me. You get it?
Family, yeah? Family.
Exactly.
I like it. You know what, cuz? I think I know. I'm going to start calling you Knuckles from now on. Knuckles, because you like to fight things. Not Knuckles. No, we don't need that LES. It's just Knuckles. Knuckles.
I would like to interject real quick here.
Hmm?
Miller, is there a radio here?
Of course there is.
So what's currently playing on the radio is a certain radio station.
You're listening to 4T2 DM, Absalom Station Radio.
All right, Karsh, gone with our next story.
Dusty's face. All right. My favorite radio station's on right now.
Oh, I love this station too.
Do you remember?
Guys are great.
You like the you like 4T2 too?
Yeah, Arakash, he's my favorite.
That's Skip Happy. Yeah.
Very
Do you
loud,
remember? Do you remember when there were like birds up in their rafters there? And they thought there were a bunch of rat trying to break in and steal all their ideas.
Oh, that was a great story.
Or when they went undercover. When they went undercover and everybody knew it was Arakash because he just screamed at everybody.
I mean, if you see him, it's pretty much impossible to not know it's him.
When is the next episode? It is soon, Steviathan.
What they're referencing, for those who are not in the know, before we started our actual recording shows, we did a special radio episode featuring the talents of Arakar's Star Screamer, Space Screamer. I don't even remember.
Star Screamer.
It's probably Space Screamer because Star Screamer sounds too.
No.
Arakash
It was
Space
originally
Screamer.
Star Screamer, but we changed it because Transformers and whatnot.
And then Skip Halfbeat, and they are radio hosts on Absalom Station, which is not where the party is. It's in the center of the galaxy, where they're about as far away as you can get. But yep, they're referencing the radio show.
Well, I think we should finish up our scene here. How about I go whip us up some breakfast here, even though I know Rex was doing it. But if you ask me, I don't really like the way he does his eggs. Too runny. We can whip some breakfast up. We can talk about 4T2. How does that sound?
That's great. Now, pulls out a box from behind. Still have some of that crunchy crunch.
I love it. Because I think we'll get along here.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Well, no, that's for deals. But I mean, if he does that, then
gross. Gross. All right. Seeker, what are you doing this morning?
All right. Well, first of all, he's turning his hearing down a little bit with Rise screaming in the other room. Is
A point of interest on that. We actually had one of our viewers remind us Rye is actually closest to the cockpit. I still think that is the lower room because the cockpit stairwell is actually below that. So I do believe we were accurate, but I want to just be clear. He chose closest to the cockpit.
Yeah.
All right.
But it's been a while since he's had any time to kind of just like chill for a bit, and he hasn't really gotten to know everybody on the ship. I mean, he's talked quite a bit with a few people, but you know what? He hasn't really talked to Zero as much since joining. In fact, Zero's actually kind of been ignoring him a bit. So he's gonna go check out what Zero is up to.
Zero, after eating breakfast, is...
We're not at breakfast yet.
Oh,
Pre-breakfast.
so-
still.
pre-breakfast. In that case, in his room. Probably still sleeping. Because he
Charging.
would have actually stayed up late the night before helming the ship.
Okay.
All right, well then I'll wait till after breakfast then for this because I was gonna try to catch him in a, when
If
he's
you guys
doing
want to
stuff.
jump to breakfast, we can. Breakfast is the first time you guys are all at a group at the table.
So he's gonna spend his first, in the beginning, he's gonna spend the morning just kind of chilling out, listening to music in his room, trying to drown out the noise of Rye being obnoxious until breakfast.
Okay. Then we are going to move on to breakfast. You guys all kind of slowly make your way in, singles and pairs. Rye choosing to stay and get really into character. You guys all head to the kind of kitchen table area in the back, where Rex, the robot who came with the ship, the guy who was on treads, looks a bit like Johnny Five, but with a more humanoid face. References to people who probably don't know for some reason, but that's fine. And he lays out some especially runny eggs, mostly because he overheard Miller talking crap, and some other like synthetic foodstuffs, just stores you guys have on the ship. You guys don't have anything super fancy on the ship, but you guys do have rations, and he's prepared them acceptably. They are standard fare, but you'll be fed for breakfast. And as he rolls through, let me actually see what his personality type is today. See what he is being set to. Oh, well, fine. Still helpful. He kind of lays out the food. He's like, "Good morning. I hope you all slept well, and if not, well, better luck next time.
Ooh. Oh, Rex, thank you so much for the delicious meal. Oh, this is wonderfully average. Oh, these eggs especially are fantastic.
Too runny.
Just the way I like them.
Yeah. I kind of lean towards Emil. I go, now that you mention it, they are kind of runny.
I get this, buddy. Kind of picks up his plate, kind of takes the pan from Rex's claw and kind of goes back over to the oven, starts redoing it, add some salt and pepper to it, and mix it up, and comes out with nice fluffy looking scrambled eggs. Kind of, there you go, buddy. All right,
But
now we can.
Are not eggs a sauce? If they're not runny, how would you put them on things?
You know what? That's a good point, but no.
No?
Nope.
Not quite.
But I mean, I guess it. No, it's an ingredient. Yeah, you gotta cook them in really good.
So I go.
You don't want the salmon vanilla.
I look at Seeker now and go, you like art? Is food not art to you?
In a way, depending on how it's prepared. This, maybe not particularly artful, but I mean, it depends on the love you put into it. Really.
I got you, Shima. I'll make us dinner tonight. It will be a work of art.
Rex's one of Rex's clearly fake eyebrows is twitching as you guys are talking about him, and he says, "Before you guys get into anything else, I had a small request for you, if you guys would be willing."
Ooh, sure.
What's up, Rex?
I have a couple of questions, and then an actual something I'd like you to do.
All right, let's hear him.
He's clearing his mechanical throat, which does not need clearing because he's a robot. Not an android. He's a robot. Is this a thing? We a ship and crew? Is that confirmed?
I would imagine so.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Awesome.
Ship
Yes.
and crew and Rye.
Yeah,
That
he's
sounds-
he's not even eating with us.
That sounds fair. Number 2, what exactly do we do?
Well,
Are we
Search
transport
for
ship?
beauty in all things.
Oh,
Odd jobs.
support my family.
mercenaries?
I mean, we do things that need doing.
Not all our jobs.
So you're
will be-
pirates.
I didn't say pirate.
Ooh, could we be pirates?
I like the idea of pirates.
Never mind. Forget I asked. I'm sure that'll come out in the wash. Next up, I've been speaking with your friend Notsob. He managed to, basically apprehend me at one point and tinkered a little bit with my insides. And since he did that, I've been feeling a lot less hostile with people when they come near me.
Oh, see,
I was wondering.
You guys didn't want Notsob on here? You were wondering.
No
I'm
comment.
sorry.
You hear a particularly vicious yee-haw. And Rex goes on to say, could I have one of you guys with more careful hands and maybe a little bit more technical know-how
Ooh.
tinker around and see if you guys can figure out what my deal is? Because
I would be more than happy to.
Everyone just raised their hands.
Anything for a friend.
What? Are we all just gonna operate on Rex while Rye is in his room?
Sure.
Let's
Agreed.
do
Why
it.
not?
As long as one of the things we install into Rex is a certain disposition towards
At this point, Miller starts shoveling food rapid fire into his mouth, just hauling ass, trying to get done with breakfast as soon as possible.
Seeker
want
just
you to
takes the
install
runny
anything.
eggs and just like tips up the.
It's just take the bowl, just
That's gross.
Mid-chew, Miller's just like,
And this is why runny is better.
Gross. Not okay, Justin. That's bad.
it's good
Zero
medium
looks
rare
a little
chicken, right?
disturbed watching this.
So eggs aren't drinks now? What are they?
they're an ingredient, buddy.
I-
They're an ingredient.
I don't know what kind of eggs you've had before, but apparently you've not had good eggs.
So eggs can be a sauce. They can be a drink. They can be hard. They're like the perfect medium.
Yeah, and they're also ingredients.
Oh, I think my next piece will be egg based.
Use their shells.
Now, if you,
And there are shells.
if you ever thought
Texture.
that oil,
They have texture.
if you ever thought that oil and water would never mix, just add an egg. It'll mix it. That's what it does.
Rex raises one of his clamps and begins spinning it around and around. Hello?
I'm almost done with
Mildly
breakfast, buddy.
deranged robot looking for assistance.
Oh, I'll take care of you. Let's go, buddy.
So yeah.
Yeah, I'm joining in on this.
Mhm.
All right, so as you guys kind of all gather around your robot friend, it looks like some of the wires towards the back of him, like towards the back of his shoulders especially, have been actually like gnawed through. And you guys are able to kind of like touch the wires together, and it actually sets like a almost like a server setting where he actually kind of folds into himself in an LED screen with a data jack port kind of comes up and directly in his back. And you guys have kind of gotten you've gotten to like where you could maybe muck around with his operating system. It looks like he is supposed to be customizable, like on the spot.
Neato.
The text that comes up is it's just kind of jargon. It's like random lines of code, and then and below it's like an input line blinking. You need some sort of authorization to kind of get into the system.
Yeah.
I mean-
can I hack it?
You can certainly
Natsop
try.
did it.
All right.
Natsa didn't hack anything. He screwed with the mechanicals, not the server, like the
The
software.
brain.
Miller's gonna try his hand, hacking into it. Does anybody want to give me a hand?
Yeah, I was
I
gonna say, do
imagine
we
all
want
of
to
us.
do we want to pick somebody to do it and then all aid another?
If you all want to participate, yes. I'll say that on the other remaining days, if this doesn't pan out, you guys can get another shot once a day, and you can pick someone else as the point person.
Sure.
So who's the point person for day one attempting of tinkering in with...
This guy.
Okay.
All right.
So I need everyone to roll 8 another checks, which I believe is just a DC 10 to give a +2 bonus to stop that.
I get it no matter what then.
Yeah. Then I rolled a total of 26, 2 from Zero, 2 from Sika. We have a total of 30.
30.
Well, we all rolled very close to each other too. 26,
We all
24,
rolled
and 27.
extremely high.
Yeah. Well, yeah, +9. So
So as you guys are kind of Miller's kind of typing along, he gets past the root access pretty easily, and he's able to get into some more menus, but they seem to be almost encoded. But like Seeker is able to notice a pattern to them and kind of gives you direction to go to one area. Zero recognizes a line of code that seems almost military oriented and keeps you navigating further down that track. Brawl, did you assist as well?
I don't have computers
Never
to
mind.
assist. I have
You're
engineering.
just looking
so
on like hands
there's,
on hip.
Yep.
And you were like, yeah.
He was the guy going, "Good job, guys."
And you guys
great
actually,
stuff right
you-
there.
You did manage to pass the DC check. I had it as a DC 30. You guys hit it exactly on the
Good job,
nose
guys.
with 8 another checks.
Glad
and
I
you,
could help. Whoa.
You guys actually got full root access to his menu, and there's a couple of options there. There is the menu 1, which is pilot profiles. You got menu option 2, which is like the specs, like his creation specs. And then option number 3 seems to be
Oh, you're cutting out there.
disabled at
Yeah,
this
you got cut
time
out there.
and
What was
eventually
that?
be activated. Ooh, sorry, what was that?
You got cut out there
a
for
few times.
number 3.
Oh, number 3 is something that's not going to be active at this time. It looks like it's something that's pending some change. It just is kind of like grayed out, blurry text. But you do have pilot profiles and the manufacturer specs.
All right, let's. So Miller wants to know these specs first off.
Sure. Yeah, when you click through that screen, the logo for the Blue Sun Corporation is like the most prominent thing you see. Blue Sun.
Blue
Now I've
Star.
actually stolen from Firefly. My
Yeah.
bad. The Blue Star logo that
Would you call it
3D
Azure, like Azure
star.
Star or something like that?
Yeah, sure. The blue star shows up, and you guys learn that it is a robot exploration unit. That's where he gets his name. He is an early model, but he is not the only model. There looks like he was mass produced, but you guys have never seen this model before. So the mass production seems to be something somewhere else, not somewhere in either common society or at least not on Pyramid Station Alpha or any of your home worlds.
Okay.
In terms of what his features do, it looks like he's highly customizable. You see that there are optional components for combat profiles, medic profiles, even something for technomancy profiles, none of which are engaged, and they seem to be missing components. You guys also learn that he was made, like his point of origin was it's Blue Star 72, and it's on the planet Qbot.
Can you spell that?
It is Qubaat, Qbot.
Qbot.
And that was Blue Star, I think I said 74?
72.
72, thank you. Blue Star 72 on the planet Qbot.
Cool.
Qbot.
Now that we have a little bit on what makes this guy tick, let's take a look at these profiles.
You enter a profile submenu, and these all seem to be dossiers. They are descriptions of individuals, and there seems to be some sort of a randomization feature where each one is selected every, I think it's 12 hours. And they have subroutines that replace Rex's standard operating personality, which is mechanical, basic. And they give him personalities of different figures that are, for whatever reason, have the rank of pilot. And it's supposedly for the program is simply just called combat exploration. They all have names, like individual, like people names, but they don't mean anything to you guys, and I don't think they'll come up in particular. So there are like names. If you want to name them randomly, there is a like a calmer profile. We'll call him Jarv. There is a helpful profile, which kind of like these are like summaries as to what they are. And that will be called Sharon. A cheerful profile, which is BD02. Sullen profile, we will call that one. I'm so tempted to call it Patrick, but we won't. We'll call it Canyard. A hostile, aggressive profile that is going to be called Rex, and a docile profile called Rex 3.0.
And what was the very first one?
That one was Jarv, which is a more calm profile. And these are supposedly pilot types that this cycles through and then kind of runs their profiles as if it's their own personality, Rex's own personality.
What was the name of the docile one?
Docile was Rex 3.0.
Rex.
R, capital E, capital X 3.0.
What was Sharon's?
Helpful, right?
Yep.
Cool. All right. All right. Well, now we know a little bit how what makes this guy tick. What say we take a look at that issue? See what Natsab did to him, huh?
Do we want to pick one for him to, like, can we set him to one?
If you're asking me, the answer is yes.
Well, I was asking in character.
Yeah, what should we do? Should we
I
have
kind of
careful?
like him how he is, though.
Can we tell which one he's on right now?
Active profile is Sharon.
Should we keep him on there?
Can we
Sounds
set
good to me.
him? Can we set it that a certain profile activates when he's interacting with a person?
Ooh.
Yes.
Good idea, Zero.
You guys crushed the computers check.
like
Normally,
this
I'd probably make you do a couple more complicated checks, but you guys scored so highly that you've got root access to this thing. You could realistically rewrite this thing's profile, and I'd probably let you go with it. So yeah, you guys can definitely set one of these as a
Instead
parameter
of-
when dealing.
Instead of rewriting the profiles, just set each one of those profiles to one of us. Rai gets the hostile one.
Well, there's 6 of them, and we saw him hostile before, and I don't want to really see it again.
Is there one that's
maybe-
basically just kind of douchebag?
No,
I'd say
Is it, like,
sullen. We can give him
condescending?
sullen,
We
and just
could
so he's always
have it
depressive.
though he's hostile towards people who aren't us.
It's true.
It's probably a
We-
smarter play,
Unless, of course, we start bringing on passengers.
but we'll be with them so we can tell them to stand down.
So how did your
Um,
first passenger die? Well,
yeah, we could just give Rai sullen, just so he's always
Sullen works.
just so he's always depressive. Yeah, if he tries to act, he'd just be like,
Terrible
"Oh."
acting again, huh?
Wait, wasn't there? Wait, I believe there was a. Actually, I should probably say this out of character because this isn't. Okay, there was one that he was a bit condescending, wasn't there? I can't remember what that was, but there was one where he was kind of being a jerk.
the sullen one is pretty close to Marvin, the paranoid android from
Yeah.
Hitchhiker's Guide. That includes heavy doses of sarcasm
Okay.
and being hella
Yes, that
judgmental.
one. I agree with that one.
Oh,
then.
that's fine. It's a
Does he
perfect
have-
one.
and he has a pain on the left side of his diodes and whatnot.
No, he's not. I'm not doing a direct rip, but I was basing
All
the
right, fine, right
personality
side of
off
his diodes. All right, yeah. So, should we take
Right
a
now,
look
I've got
Oh.
Rye set for sullen. Whenever Rex
Oh,
interacts with
I'll
Rye,
take,
he will be sullen personality, which is
Mil-
Canyard.
Miller would take Jarv, calm.
I think we should set him to hostile if we're off the ship, and he needs to be attending it.
Well, we can probably
Personally-
set certain parameters for hostile. Including such as, defend the ship when we're not around.
Yeah, we could create profiles if we wanted to.
Mm.
You can
Yeah.
also do it later. There's no rush to do it
It's
now.
true. Yeah.
Personally, I think Rex is best in his natural state of just whatever. So for me, I would like it still random, except for hostile.
Sure.
I'll
Random.
take the helpful profile. So
Helpful. Okay, this is not what I had envisioned for this. You guys are dicks. Thought you were gonna fix it, so I didn't have to keep rolling. Now I just don't roll. I just change. Whatever. You guys are dicks. So nobody picked docile, right?
Space sticks. I'm not gonna.
I don't care.
All right. So then, you want docile?
Sure.
All right.
That's unusually fitting, but that's
what does
fine.
not Saab get? Miller
Take
gets
off the
the
ship.
ship.
We'll go with helpful.
Can
We'll
we
go with
just-
helpful.
Can we just set him to screech out whenever Rye appears? Just
Like Invasion of the Body Snatcher.
Oh God. Dustin, tell me you're cutting that big long screech
Hold
out of
on,
there.
hold on. Hold on. Miller just goes to town. You're right.
Oh,
I
God.
really hope Pat never watches this episode.
Yes, that'd be amazing.
Well, you know he won't. You know he won't.
All right. Anything else you want to do while you're inside this robot's brain?
So
I'm-
what is the actual issue that Not
So it's a
to get in.
mechanical issue. But before we log out of his brain, then I do want to make like a quick little back door to make it easier for us to get in if we ever need to.
Sure. Yeah, but you set up the security otherwise.
Password is Hunter 2.
Right. I will say the issue that he was having was his personality issue. He doesn't understand why he's switching, and he wanted to know more about himself. What Notzop had accomplished was getting through his actual native defenses about people tampering. Notzop didn't create problems. Notzop gave you guys the window to fix his other problems.
Gotcha.
So you guys have already succeeded at Rex's request. It took you 1 day instead of 4.
Sweet.
Nice.
There goes one of my elements for your 4 days.
So now that we're done with this, I'm actually going to bring up to the group. Everybody should put some type of lock on their systems in case people ever board our ship. Some like password protection or something on your I'll do it for the helm, and
Already done.
For the...
I don't know how to implement that for my guns. I don't mean the ones over there. Boom, boom.
Miller, would you mind helping him?
Will do. All right.
Hey, Nick, you want to get a quick screen cap for me?
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Thanks. For those who are listening, we have started uploading our videos to YouTube, and we're slowly updating it so we actually have pretty covers to the videos. Right now, they're just kind of dumped on there, but we are trying to keep that up to date, which is why we are just kind of transitioning them, and then we're uploading more stuff. All right, so you guys have fixed Rex. What's next?
I power him back on.
Sure, yeah, he powers up, and he looks at you guys, and as he notices that there's multiple of you, and he's got multiple profiles to process while you guys are all here, his head begins to spin around, and he is no longer functioning.
All right.
Perhaps we should have put some sort of priority system.
Yeah. Yep. Power him down.
And I'm assuming you guys pick... I'll pick for you. You pick helpful for when you guys are all together. And now he turns back on and he says, "Hey guys, thanks. I feel the exact same. I don't have feelings. I'm a robot. But what did you guys find out?"
So sad.
Well, you were having some sort of a randomized personality thing. Said so it's much less randomized.
Except for me.
Except for Sika.
I like you that way.
He really likes you randomized. However, you won't be hostile towards us, so that's definitely something.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. That was a little scary the last time that happened, so yeah, I'm all for it. Did you guys learn anything about the ship in there, or maybe those folks who kind of borrowed us?
Yeah, learned where you're from.
Ooh, where's
Yep,
that?
we're from Blue Star 72 Cubot.
Cubot. You mean the capital world for the Border Space Union?
I guess so. Hold on.
None of y'all rolled that
That's-
culture check, but I'll say that's a pretty obvious one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Border Space Union.
That would
Cool.
explain why they wanted the ship so bad.
Yeah, but we also know that you're from this Blue Star. The thing that we have kind of chilling out in our cargo bay.
Ooh, right. The random box in the cargo bay. Did you guys figure that out?
No.
It has a password on it.
And it only takes 3 chances.
2.
Oh, yes, 2 now.
I have no information on that. Honestly, kind of hoping you guys to fix my memory, but I'm suspecting now that maybe I don't have one.
Did I see any memory in there?
No, he's fresh. He was actually created. I should have given you guys the date. In the manufactured date, he was made maybe a week prior to you guys meeting him.
Oh, so he's really, really brand spanking new.
Yeah, he's
Does he
an
still have,
earlier
little bits of
model, but he's not
plastic that I
the
can
earliest.
kind of peel off of him?
I love those.
He does not have plastic on his screen.
Oh. All right.
Suddenly, our podcast turns into an ASMR video.
And now I'm just gonna peel this plastic part off.
I don't have any idea what you guys are referencing. I'll stick to my
It's-
Star Wars references. You guys stick to
it's
whatever
your
you're
stuff.
doing.
Yeah,
We'll
it's
hit
like-
everyone in the chat eventually. Do we have anyone for sports? Because I don't have anything there either, unless it's mostly.
Patrick's not here.
Ah, damn it. All right. Sorry, chat. We'll get you next time.
All right. So yeah. Well, so I've done my thing. Seeker's done his thing. Who's next?
Well, what do you mean Seeker's done his thing? Seeking ain't done.
Oh no, never mind. He didn't do it. Yeah, go for your thing then.
Yeah, so sometime after breakfast and after we've tinkered around with Rex, Seeker's just gonna nonchalantly walk up to wherever Zero is, you know.
Probably the helm. So
Yeah. Zero, it's nice to have a minute alone. I haven't talked to you for a while. Now that we've all come across the ship and, everything, there's been a lot happening. I haven't really gotten a chance to reconnect. I don't think I've seen you since probably the whaling expedition.
that was an interesting day.
Yes, it was absolutely wonderful. It was
Stupid
so
poachers.
beautiful. What?
I said stupid poachers. They got what they deserved.
Oh,
When their nets broke, obviously.
Oh, well, that was quite nice. Not exactly what I was expecting, but beautiful nonetheless. What were you doing there?
Same as you. Was there for the school trip.
Oh, well, I was there to witness the dying moments of a whale. So you were interested in that as well?
No, they had me there for other reasons.
Oh, okay.
Rex, who is creeping, says, "What are you guys talking about?"
Oh, space whales dying.
Wait,
Not dying,
what?
actually.
Well, not
Where did-
dying.
Where would you find such a thing?
In space.
You're forgetting your own backstory, you POS.
I don't have the sheet with
I actually
the
don't
planet
remember.
location.
Where was that? I actually have it right here.
I
Sorry
only have
for.
mine.
It doesn't say where we
It
were.
would have been Brithetta in the Pact Worlds.
Okay, so there. Well, really, I mean, I only wanted to see it because who else is going to remember it? You know? It wasn't really that I wanted to see it die.
It's children when it reproduces.
Dustin's holding up a map to show us where the space whale would have been.
Mm-hmm.
And it'd be next to a very big planet that's blue.
Next to,
At the smaller circle next to one of the big circles.
Yeah. Well, we went on an expedition. I went to gain some inspiration for an art piece I was working on. More of a tragic nature, really. It nobody was going to stop this anyways, so you know what? I want to just be there to witness the final few hours of a noble space whale's life and just commit it to memory so other people could see it through my work.
I only ended up there by, well, luck, I guess. I was only there because I was training on one of the spaceships that happened to dock there.
So, where were you when the nets broke?
Watching from the cranes.
From the cranes?
Yeah, the thing that was holding the nets.
Really? So how
Yep.
did it all happen? Did you see?
Yeah, I fiddled with some wires and then it went free.
You set it free?
I did.
What? How serendipitous for us to meet like this again, then. Wow, how'd you get past all the security?
I mean, they're poachers. No one said they're smart.
Oh, well, that's true.
I
That's
kind of
true.
just walked
They did
up
allow
and
me
did
on
it.
the ship for whatever reason, so that's a good point. Do you normally do things like this?
Only when I see something that really, like, it was just awful. That thing was crying.
That's true. But,
We
I
can
mean,
really
it
hear
could
it.
have also fed quite a few people that maybe probably needed it, or provided oil for whatever purposes they may use it for. Or space drugs. I don't know whatever they use oil stuff for.
So you support the hunting of endangered species?
No. Oh,
I'm
is it
assuming they're
endangered?
It is now.
Oh. Oops. No, but there's not much one can do to stop it. Well, apparently I'm wrong now. But since you were able to stop it, but it's also an important part of history. It's an important thing to write down and let people know exactly what it looks like. So maybe they won't do it again.
You don't really understand what a poacher is, do you?
Not quite. Maybe.
Like an egg?
Yes. Oh, you can poach them too.
Well, apparently Brawl's here now.
This guy walks in. Hey.
I got them jokes. Look out for me.
What else have you set free?
Other than that, mostly I've sent people in the right direction to set things free.
Oh.
Or in more case, other androids.
Ooh, very interesting. Tell me more about that.
So basically what I did once I got to Pyramid Station Alpha is I found that there was a ring of slavers who were obviously dealing in androids. So I dig up information on them, and then I would sell it to people like Janor Half-Orc or Station Security or whoever I thought could get the job done.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense, actually. That makes sense why you guys were with him. Have you ever been to Verces?
I'm afraid I don't remember much before what is it? The Academy.
Okay.
Only like a few months prior to that, I had actually just renewed.
Oh, very nice. Me too, actually. I'm pretty new myself.
Yeah.
Rex chimes up as helpful as ever. Sorry, renewed?
It's the equivalent of an android basically being born. The previous version basically gets erased, and you basically start anew as if you're a whole new person.
He rubs one of his clamps. Was I born?
Probably made.
That sounds better. I'll say I was made. Thank you.
Technically, I believe we were made as well, but that's neither here nor there.
Androids were constructed beings, yes.
Yes, because I'm fairly new myself. I woke up on Verces, in not a very good state, but hey, I worked through it, and here I am.
I woke up and was with the military, with the Border Space Union.
Oh.
Unfortunately, they couldn't give me any information about my past because it's all classified.
Oh.
I actually don't know much about who I was other than an operative for the Border Space Union.
So the same people that are possibly on our tail at the moment?
There are different factions within the Border Space Union.
Okay. All right.
Did you?
You also did attend their military academy. That's where you went to school. Was the Border Space Union Military
Oh,
Academy
that's true.
Seeker?
That
Just
is
confirming.
Also true.
Yep.
Huh. Yeah, any questions for Seeker? Kind of running out here.
If Zero doesn't, I'm sure somebody else will later, so I wouldn't worry too much about that, Michael.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna actually ask, why did you choose Rye of all people to follow?
Oh, simply because I felt like my talents were kind of suited towards that. It was just a place for me to live for the most part. You know, making some cash on the side with special effects and whatnot. Plus, it's really fun getting on his bad side.
That actually put a smile on Zero's face, which is surprising because he doesn't smile.
Nice. I'm going to jump away from you two and see. Brawl, what are you doing?
So, yesterday he wasn't happy with the performance of these turrets that he is now supposedly in charge of. So he's going to try to make some adjustments to how he can control these things, make it a little bit better for a Yosoki like himself, perhaps. Maybe it's meant for somebody who's much taller than him.
I see.
Maybe they're not
And you
meant
have
for
no
people with such
engineering
beefy arms.
whatsoever?
No, I do. I have engineering. I don't have computers.
Yeah, give me an engineering check while you tinker around with it.
Is
Sure.
that located near the, it's in the helm, right? Like in that room?
I actually don't
Otherwise,
think we have a spot for gun control, so let me take a look at the map.
I got a 25.
25?
Yep.
Yeah, let me hold on. Let me see where the gunner area would be. Looking at the ship.
Because I imagine this
Yeah,
is
it looks
where
like
the
it's gonna be one of
pilot is.
those.
This is probably where the science station is.
The science station is the back wall, actually, of the top floor, which has the biggest control panel and everything. One of these two sides here, though, controls your weapons here, which is in the science room. Yeah. Which is kind of all behind the cockpit of the ship. So yeah, Brawl is actually up there, kind of while you guys are having your conversation. He is monkeying around or rat-folking around with the guns themselves. And I will say, while it is a pretty standard setup, it isn't necessarily built for someone of a Yosoki's size. So you are able to kind of rig things up that you'll get a little bit of a bonus if you keep working on it. You're not quite there. If you can give me another successful check, this is a success. If you give me one more successful check throughout the next 3 days you guys have, you'll be getting a one-time insight bonus for a one encounter, and then kind of it'll fade off as now you're used to it.
Gotcha. Roger.
Miller, what are you doing?
Miller is going to be. You know what? Miller's hanging out with Notsab right now. They are in the rec room, and he has that same rubber ball that he was chucking around with during the fight, and he's basically playing like a glorified version of Fetch with Notsab.
Notsab is not very agile when he goes to fetch the ball. It's not that he's not capable; he just doesn't care.
Just
so he
for
kind of
the
gets up his
visual image. Is not stop wearing clothes.
no.
Of course
His
not.
his ears are drooping, his face is drooping, and he kind of just shuffles along. He's still playing, he's participating. There's no emotion into it, and he kind of trundles off, gets the ball, come on, kind of slowly sloths his way back to you, and then gives you the ball again.
What I imagine is just a more emotionless version of a creature from Harry Potter.
Creature's vicious and mean. Notsab is not.
That's why I said more emotionless.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah. He's like a non-vindictive creature. Yeah. I guess that's my picture too, but greener.
So he gets the ball from Notsab. He's like, "You all right, buddy? You were having fun with this the other day."
Having fun with it now, I guess.
Huh. Would you rather be doing something else?
You want to build stuff?
Yeah, let's build stuff. What do you want to build?
Well, did kind of lose my gun.
Ooh, all right. Let's build another gun. Now wait. When we build this gun, we gotta go through some proper gun handling techniques, right? We're not gonna shoot anybody, any of our friends here, right?
God, please make it a Nerf gun.
He says, yeah.
You hesitated there, buddy.
No.
Who are you planning on shooting?
Right.
I don't blame you. I really don't. But it's not a nice thing. Now, we can... I can find you some perfectly good things to shoot, but unfortunately, if we shoot Rye, everybody's gonna kill us. And I like living. Do you like living?
No.
So, I have some inventions in mind. Do you want to help me out with some inventions?
Okay.
Let's see here. Yeah. Yes. All right. So I have a couple things in mind that I haven't fully fleshed out that I want to actually build, Dusty.
Yeah.
Like the gloves I was talking about. I think that's gonna be my first thing I want to go for.
Remind me on the gloves. I don't remember their purpose.
Oh yeah, so they're basically I want to make a set of gloves, gauntlets even. What did I name them? I can't remember. I actually. There's like rocket assisted. The rocket assisted haymaker.
Oh yeah, the rocket punch.
Yeah.
Oh right,
Basically.
you're creating tech for Brawl at this point.
Correct.
I
Correct.
remember this device. Yeah.
So I have. I mean, when it comes to gloves, I'm sure I could just find like a pair of like work gloves around, right?
For this particular one, you need something a little bit stronger.
Okay. Then
you know that Brawl wears gloves.
Shh. Hey, Brawl? Hold on. Hey, Knuckles!
What?
Come out to the rec room!
Again?
No, that was the engine room. I want you to come out to the rec room, where we play. There's this big old... oh, hey, Brawl, what's going on? I need your gloves.
All right.
All right.
Take good care of him, I guess.
I will. Now,
I'm gonna get those
bye.
back.
Maybe. Yeah, bye.
It's
It's all right, buddy. It's all right. He slowly pushes him to the door. It's all right. Shh. All right, now that we got this room to ourselves.
For the record, what type of gloves are those? Do you remember, Brawl? You hustle for that while Chris does his thing.
All
so
right.
the gloves that he has are more cosmetic because his fists function like a battle glove.
Oh, gotcha. You don't
assuming I'm assuming that you have gloves on just to make it so that when you land punches, though, they're not gonna like break.
Well, yeah. But again, they're more cosmetic than they are.
I was mixing up.
Function.
Part of his character class is that his attacks hit as if he's wearing a certain powered glove or whatever they're called. Not that he actually has it, but that's fine. We'll say that his personal gloves are rigid enough to work.
All right.
They'll be less effective than if you had used a special glove, though.
All right. Well, these gloves aren't as rigid as I'd hope, and they probably won't be as effective. But I think I can make this work. And he kind of looks at Nuts up and I'm like, and if we play our cards right, we can actually swap it out for better materials later on. What we're gonna do, we're gonna turn this into a real weapon. All right. I don't know how you want me to do this. I do have that tech bundle that you gave me. I do have a whole bunch of other random stuffs.
For what you're trying to accomplish, I say you need like a light bulk of tech. It's not too much.
Sure. Yeah, you give me a full bulk.
Yeah, you have a bulk, which I think is 10.
Yes, 10L, 10 light.
So, yeah, you're going to use a light bulk of tech on this process.
Sure.
And again, this is mostly because the effectiveness is low. If you learn how to kind of make the thing, you can later add on more tech and to a sturdier glove.
Sure.
That'll cost more, but it'll be more effective.
All right. And then what do you want me to do? Make an engineering check?
Yeah, make an engineering check because you're trying to tinker and see if you can add some tech to this glove. You're
21.
trying to maybe add like a one-time rocket booster and maybe some,
basically I want to be able to strap some sort of a rocket and battery on it. It's going to kind of eat the hell out of the battery, but at least it will kind of hit harder, hit faster once or twice. You can work out those rules later.
Yeah, I think this is going to be like, if you can get this to work, we'll slowly evolve the design, but the prototype is going to be basically hot garbage. It'll give Brawl a one-off ranged melee attack. And as we kind of get better at it, we might be able to increase what that actually looks like.
Nice. Yeah. I'm thinking kind of like how Iron Man like has his like legs like rocket propelled, so like he could do kicks and like yeah.
Not
Kinda
quite
like
there yet, but
Oh yeah.
Mark
But,
1
that's
is
kinda
getting there.
That's what I'm getting at. All right.
All right.
So I rolled a 21.
21. It gives you the base structure, but I will say when you're trying to use an item for like more than it is, 25 is probably like the standard operating, and then when we get really complicated, it'll be like 30 and 35. 21, I'll say, gives you like we'll do kind of like a 2-tier success rate. You've got the base built. Tomorrow you can kind of spend some more time on it and wrap it up.
All right.
And that'll reduce the overall check because you had a decent day's work ahead of it. So it's not like a straight up failure. It was like a mild success.
All right. So working a couple hours and I'm gonna take out this. All right, nuts up. So, once he throws his fist, he'll be able to push this little button here, and some stuff will happen. What that is, I don't know yet. Haven't really worked out the kinks. You know what I mean, buddy? I mean, you guys, you should know a lot about this kind of stuff. You goblins, you love the improvised stuff.
Let me roll an engineering check for our friend Nutsop, because he was tinkering on something else while you're doing that bullshit.
Oh gosh.
Full spoop. He created the frame of a laser, but he's literally using like the shavings of the wires that you've been stripping, and he hasn't actually attached a power source to it, and there is no way this will ever be a weapon, but it's the shape of a weapon.
All right. Wow, look what you got there, buddy. What's it gonna do?
Probably nothing.
You know what we can do? You can make it like a little laser pointer so you can kind of like blind Rye sometimes.
His ears perk up. Nothing else. Just his ears.
We can work on that.
You guys are gonna have to go buy a special purchase weapon mod of like a laser sight just for this wireframe gun.
All right, well, that's what I got for my day.
All right, that's enough of a day from everyone for now. We're moving into night, which unless you have something specific you're doing with someone, that's not where I'm not going. Damn it. Unless you have something specific you're doing with a party member, this still sounds bad. You can kind of do your own thing right now, and that can be a quick one-liner. It can be a check. It can be internet research. You guys have like a locally stored version of the internet, so you guys kind of research archived material, but you won't be getting like news updates. You won't be able to look at like places like outside of the system, but you guys do have some like kind of local stories. You guys have like things you want to research, or you do have the ability to send messages, which I know Justin already like voiced interest in. we're going to go with that. Since Justin has an idea, I'll give you guys some time to think about it. While you're thinking about it, could I have you guys all take your headphones off, and I will write in the chat when you can come back. All right. Sorry, Twitch, for their dancing that I can't stop. And Seeker, I believe you were looking to write a message to the bounty hunter Krellis.
Yes. Yep.
All right, yeah, you have the access to your data pad. It does send messages. It'll take a little while to get there. It's actually not instantaneous messaging, really, unless you guys are like in the same system, because you're like using like crappy internet to send it. It does travel basically the same speed you travel.
Yep.
I think is how they do it, at least with the drift. I don't know how long it does in system. In system, we'll probably say it's instant just for the sake of ease.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna send a message just saying, hey, sorry about the last time. I don't know, is this gonna be in like a in text, or is it hologram sort of thing or whatever? Or
you don't have a
video
direct
message?
contact. Like, you can't call Krellis. Like, you
Okay,
can't
yeah.
call them up and have a conversation. You can message them. You can do audio or text message. I don't have a preference for which. And if you want to make it encoded, just roll me a computer. Don't change what you're saying. Roll me a computer check. That will be the DC basically to crack it if
Okay.
anyone tries.
Yeah.
But if it's low, just continue on because you don't know it's low. I'm not going to roll it for you, but please roll a computer check for me.
All right, cool. Plus 9. Oh, 11.
Okay. And what's your bonus? Oh, that
Um,
included your bonus?
Yeah, I rolled a 2.
Okay.
Eesh.
No, that's fine. Say what you're saying.
All right. I'm just going to just keep it really short and simple.
Yep.
And
In text or audio?
I think I'm gonna make it audio, and it's going to be in definitely not how Seeker normally talks. Totally, just
Yep. Professional, maybe?
Yep. About what we were talking about before. Sorry, I had to keep it on the down low. I could use some information on Cosmos.
Cosmos.
Xenosaga, jeez. And Blue Stars, and who might be paying for my head. And that's basically it. Willing to, or probably like willing to work something out.
Okay, fair. Yeah, that's good. You're not going to get any response back. Tomorrow night, should we have time in the stream, we'll do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Or if not, we'll do it next time. You'll have a response to that, though.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
Any other questions you're going to send it over that way, or can I bring the guys back?
Nope, they can bring it back.
All right. And we've got Nick back. We don't have Chris back. Chris, you can come back. Chris, you can come back. Yeah, Michael, you're good.
Hello.
Thanks, guys. So Seeker is kind of off in his room doing his own thing. Does anyone else know what they're doing for the nighttime?
I do. Does
Sure,
anybody else?
Miller, go.
So Miller realizes that he's not going to be able to make the appointment with Sal, and so he just wants to kind of quickly. Do we have the ability to like call people or like video chat, or is it just all text based?
You're getting too far out to actually have like a live feed call. You could send him messages though. That'd be fine.
Sure.
Voice or text is fine.
Yeah. So I'll just kind of. Whoop. All right. Is this thing on? Yeah, it's on. Yeah, I see the little light. All right. Hey, Sal, how's the family? Sorry, we're kind of out in the middle of, I don't know, nowhere here. I kind of had to pick up another job. I'm not going to be at the station for the weekend here. I apologize. Tell the wife and your kids I said hello, and I'll have to make it up to you. I'll cook dinner sometime next week or something. Catch you later, buddy. How do I send this thing? God. All this improvised stuff nuts up. Idiot. Boop.
All right. And is that what you're doing for the night? Is just keeping up with Sal?
Yeah.
Perfect. Who else?
Am I able to prep the wire transfer of funds, or can I send that through at all, or
You could,
should
yeah,
I?
you could send that through. That's fine.
All right. So I would like to actually prep that. So I'm gonna take the 200 that people still think I have, which I do for now, but I'm gonna send that off to my family on Versus.
So you send like a PayPal payment over to your family
Yes,
on
it's
Thursday.
I didn't
Now the
say
way
it.
this works,
You did.
not that it matters, but it gets routed through Pistol. It gets sent through the Drift because you guys aren't really using Drift communication right now. I don't know if you have the tech. I don't. I'm just gonna say you don't. And it's gonna send the message through like a standard Drift courier that they use, like a bank would. And that travels basically like bank messages like that travel with like armed guard, like an actual physical message through ship, and they are like carried throughout the Drift to the Pact world, which will then reach Verces, and it's a little bit more open once you're in the Pact world. So that transfer won't be immediate because you're kind of going from the vast space to near space.
Of course.
But yeah, it's on its way, and it's a pretty secure system. It would be like robbing like a bank's like armored car. That's the kind of setup that this would look like.
All right, and for the record, it's not just going to be the 200. I'm actually going to send 500 their way.
Okay. Could you keep track of that on a separate note for your character? Okay, that'll be useful for later.
All right, for Zero, he is going to spend most of his time in the cockpit, but when he's not in there, he is actually going to research the planet we're heading towards, Revel, and see if he can find anything about wildlife, any civilization there, anything like that. Anything we might come across.
I will let you make your role of choice. It can be computers, it can be culture, or it could be life science, if that's a thing. I don't know if that's a thing in Starfinder.
Life science is
It
a
is.
thing, yes.
Thank you. Hey, nailing it. All right, so it can be any of those three, whichever works best for you. Life science, culture, or computers.
We have a tech thing which I think gives plus. No, tech workshop is for what? Physical science? No, that's the lab. Never mind.
I'm
Don't
going to
have
be
it.
doing a computers check, though.
Sure, yeah. You're looking up for any mention of the planet Revel.
Oh.
Got a 10.
Got a 10. So you're able to access the basic stuff. And it's really basic. You know that Pyramid Station Alpha, which is what most of your searches show up, is Pyramid Station Alpha in the Revel system. And there's like maybe one or two references for every dozen that you're seeing about Pistol in the system. There is a planet named Revel that Pistol supposedly, orbits around. The planet is notoriously difficult to find because the atmosphere has basically blackened. So the planet itself doesn't really have any distinguishing features from space, meaning you only really can see it if you're like in front of it and it's blocking out stars, like it's a gap until you get kind of down through the atmosphere. However, what is on the atmosphere, what is down there, anything along that, you can find no reference. This is not a commonly traveled to planet. Otherwise, that 10 would have been fine. 10 is like a standard, and you can take 10. But with that, you don't get anything else other than the planet's location and the fact that its atmosphere is very unusual.
Most likely I'll use another day to look it up later.
Sure, yeah, and you could also spend a couple hours doing that and like maybe take better checks. If you want to say maybe tomorrow night you just take 20, I'll give you some more like info, but that would be like that's it. What you're doing is you're researching that.
All right, I'll probably do that the following night.
And I'll say, just as you know, is like your kind of your role. You guys will get a chance to kind of scan the planet when you get there, which won't give you quite like the fauna and lifestyle, but you'll get like basic readings on the planet if at all possible. That's something that I think Justin would have to roll for, to kind of scan the planet and see like concentration of tech, cities, where's what, etc. So some of that you may not need to really worry about before you get there.
Gotcha. The only other thing I might look into is that gang we came across, the Ouroboros.
Yeah, checking for the Ouroboros. I'll say with your
Chris?
Yep.
Don't even want to know. You get a couple of bulletins that kind of pop up without having to look too much. It looks like there is a bounty for just anything leading to the capture or eradication of the Ouroboros gang, and that is posted by the Border Space Union, not Pyramid Station Alpha.
All right. Is that all that comes up? Is just those couple small bulletins?
Yeah, they're and those bulletins are dated within the past month.
All right. Does it say anything about leadership or members, like
Nope.
names?
Nope, I think they don't know. They need more information. They're actively looking to buy information. And
In that case, I'd probably see if I can contact anybody about selling the name Sal.
Yeah, tell you what, you submit that, and then tomorrow night we'll check in on that. You'll get we'll call it a diplomacy roll, and we'll kind of see like how much you're able to kind of offer that as you kind of offer information on this universe's version of the deep web as you're kind of bartering information. Or I'm sorry, would you be reaching out specifically to the BSU?
I'd probably go for the Border Space Union since they're the ones that posted the the bounties and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, you send off a message to them and say that you've got some information, or at least the name of, a figure or higher figure.
I'd probably also say the ship that we marooned that was heading towards Pistol.
Okay.
I would let them know about that because I imagine that would be arriving in a few days or a day.
Probably like half a day. It's probably at this point arrived, but you can also direct them to that ship.
Yeah.
You guys had alerted the Pyramid Station Alpha authorities to pick up the ship, so they have a relationship with the Border Space Union. So yeah, that might work.
Other than that, I probably wouldn't be doing anything else.
That seems like a lot. You've done pretty well. I will get back to you. We'll do that diplomacy roll for their response. Yeah, we'll do a diplomacy roll for that next night. I believe that's everyone. Awesome. Night passes. You hear one more sleepy "Yee-haw" before you no longer hear Rye. Sleep. We wake up on the next day to Rex going to each and every one of your room. Let's see, let's do this in the order of the rooms. I'll pop open the ship. So he starts at the kind of the front of the ship and works his way back. He knocks on Seeker's door first. Oh, god damn it, you're making me roll. Let's see. And let's renumber that now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Rex knocks on your door and says, "Crew breakfast in 20 minutes." Also, transmissions located. Looks like you got some messages throughout the night. They're on the ship's comms.
Ah, very nice. He says first in Sheeran, as he was practicing his Sheeran while he was in his room waking up.
Rex seems to understand without a problem.
Awesome. So whatever they sound like, I don't know.
I suspect that was
Clicking,
speciest, but
weird.
they do have mandibles in their bugs.
They do.
So I'm going to allow it. I respect your attempt.
Yeah, I want to check out that transmission.
Yeah, let me get to Rye Brawl 0, and then we'll start with you for like the morning stuff. He goes to knock on Rye's door. Oh God. Hello, resident 2-bit actor. Breakfast is in 20 minutes. Rye spends the next 5 minutes trying to unlock his door to no avail, and begins cursing and retching as he's now just finally noticed the smell of old clothing that has been left in his room. You may assume he's probably trying to yell at everyone on the comms, but for some reason his room has been.
This episode
The
should be
door
titled
may or may
"Everybody
not
Hates
be
Rye."
locked.
What was that, Zero?
The door is locked. He
Yeah, the
can't
door is
get
locked. He cannot get out.
And the comms are disabled.
And the comms are disabled.
Luckily, the oxygen to his room hasn't been cut. Unluckily.
Rex rolls over to Brawl's room. He sits there for 4 minutes, doesn't do anything, and then rolls away. You idiots. Pick docile, and that requires input for him to do anything. So he rolls down to Zero's and knocks on the door and says, "Hello, Zero. Breakfast is in 20 minutes. You should probably let Brawl know." And he rolls down the way to Miller and not Sob. Since his standard is... What was that?
I was going to say, as soon as he goes to say anything,
Yep.
it's actually going to shock him a little. Oh. Hey, Rex. What's up?
What the hell
That's
just
really
happened?
confusing sound effects.
I had to pan to the camera because I'm like, what just happened? Did Chris die?
No, that was intentional. I'm all in character.
No, it's fine.
I actually set up something to make a lot of rustling and banging noises.
That's awful. You're a bad person, but I like
Thanks.
it. Rex nonplussed just says, breakfast is in 20 minutes, but you'll smell it because you're super close.
I mean, I can take care of breakfast, buddy. I'm just kind of taking around some gravity settings. Just making sure everything is all right.
Well, I've got mag wheels, so gravity doesn't really concern me.
It won't. Don't worry.
I don't ever worry.
All right. I'll be up there in about 5 minutes to help you out with breakfast.
That sounds great.
All right.
He trundles off, and so Seeker, you head up to the comms, and you have a message.
Awesome.
And this is at the science area, I guess is where we're gonna say the comms come in, or maybe I don't really care. It's in one of the upper rooms in the command area, and you've got a message directed specifically addressed to you that was sent to the ship itself.
Yes. Then I am going
You're
to.
okay, perfect.
I'm going
So
to
you
listen.
you activate that to open, and it's a video of.
Can I have it like sent to my computer, my personal computer, and then delete it? Off of the
Yes.
Why,
yes, you can.
Okay. So I have it sent to my personal computer, and then I delete any trace of it on our ship's computer.
World computers check.
Cool. 22.
Okay. So you kind of hustle back down to your room. You play the message, and it is from Archie. Archie, the Sheeran, your guys' personal mechanic, pops up, and he says, "You know what, guys? Seeker, I'm going to send this to you and not Rye. Working with you was way more conducive to getting things done. I just wanted to say I probably should have covered a couple things about your ship that I really didn't get to. I was really struggling with that naked Vesk situation, and I have to say it put me in a bad place. Seriously, 2 penises. Right? Nope. Sorry, I gotta stop picturing it. I can't. Your ship's registry has been changed to the Indecision. This is not something that is normally legal or kosher to adjust. However, I had no problem doing so, or my crew doing so, because your ship had no prior registry. I know we were talking a little bit about it coming from the Blue Star Corporation, but looks like this is a brand new model, and I'm just sending this message to give you a piece of advice, and again, reminding you, please don't tamper with the registry. I don't trust Rye. Well, you guys do need to change the physical shape of the ship somehow, in my opinion. Because if I just lost a brand spanking new spaceship that was probably state of the art, I'd definitely be looking for it. And if you guys want to chat about that, I will help you out for a nominal fee. Okay, bye. Click.
Not what I was expecting. But I'll have to tell everybody else.
Now, ship registry is something that you guys can see. You know how you guys saw Water Draco S1 and S2 pop up? That is something that does appear. When people scan you, they do know the name of your ship based on their registry, your profile. And it is something that is like permanently attached to the ship unless like a bill of sale and something happens. It's like a car, except if cars were also treated like weapons of potential mass destruction. But okay, that's all I have for you in the morning. Anyone else have any morning activities before you guys have character breakfast again?
Oh yeah, so true to his word, Miller does show up and helps out with breakfast. He has a big white apron on. It has his face on it, like winking, and it's saying like I don't know, something along the lines of like "kiss the cook," you know. I don't know, whatever.
No.
But he does help out Rex with breakfast. Make sure that the eggs are not as runny.
Are you aiding Rex, or are you taking?
Oh
over?
no! If I can take over, I would absolutely take over.
Yeah, you can take over. Rex will attempt to aid you. Roll life sciences, please.
How about my profession as a cook?
Oh damn! You have a profession as a cook? Are you kidding me?
I told you that's like part of my whole backstory.
I ignore at least 70% of what you say. All right, yeah, sure. He'll attempt to aid
14.
him. Actually, I don't know if he can aid a profession check. He doesn't have the profession. Yeah. So what'd you roll?
14.
Yeah, it's a passable meal. Nothing stellar.
Yeah.
I'd say it's marginally better than Rex's perpetual taking of 10.
Oh man, I should have taken a 10. Would have been better.
It's not anything like overwhelmingly good, but I would assume that people appreciate, except for maybe Seeker, the slightly less runny proto eggs.
All right, guys. Sorry, I kind of
Zero
cut
does.
out.
He does wake up Brawl.
Okay, because I was gonna say, unknowingly that breakfast is about to happen. Brawl's just in his room doing like some push-ups or like crunches or something.
do like
And,
one-handed push-ups.
Yeah. Well, actually, finger push-ups. Ugh.
This is really hard.
Yeah, it's difficult.
All right. So breakfast is served, guys. Just incredible.
Seeker
Edible
takes
eggs.
a bite of the eggs. Oh, Rex, these are much more average than yesterday.
Oh.
They almost feel rushed, like you didn't take enough time.
Yeah. Yeah, Rex.
Rex's personality is helpful with the group, so he says, "Yeah, Rex." Not sub, on the other hand, is not helpful.
Brawl goes, kind of nods approvingly as he's eating. He's like, "They are better than yesterday."
All right.
I picture us all sitting down to eat, and like it's playing the music from like Evangelion, where like they're doing slice of life stuff. That's all I can think.
Well, these eggs are extra average today.
There are no penguins aboard this ship. Let's move on. Do you guys have anything you want to address as a group?
So I got a message from Archie today. And he says that we might want to change the outside of the ship a little bit. And I think
Maybe we
that's
should have left that
probably a
masthead
good
on.
idea.
No, I don't think that would have helped.
I'm not quite sure that's what he was saying, but it would have been really nice. It would have been pretty cool.
No,
You
no.
we should have some sort of masthead on
We should.
once living guy, but we should put something up there. One of the ladies with the nice,
Yes, hands.
I mean, if we really want a goblin as a
Right?
masthead,
Face?
we could just put Not Sob in a spacesuit and put him up there.
No, I need that sub. I need him.
Ah.
We're working on a little secret project, huh, my little Nick? Gives him like a little fist bump.
You keep on cutting out, Chris. By the way.
Yeah.
Do I?
Yep.
He does acknowledge the fist bump with a goblin fist bump, but slowly.
But yes, basically, Archie was saying that it could be really easy to track us if we do not change our ship a little bit more on the outside. We've done quite a bit to the inside, but a paint job's not going to do it.
We've already seen that the Ouroboros gang recognized the ship, even with the change in color.
True.
So.
Yeah, it's true. All right. Well,
What are we gonna change?
got any ideas for us, Rex?
Let's see. In a helpful tone of voice, Rex says, well, you could always just try welding stuff to the outside.
I like your thinking. Yeah.
I mean, you guys traditionally travel in 0G, so weight isn't really a problem unless you guys are landing on a planet. And even then, your ship's pretty powerful from what I can tell. So, yeah, I think you could probably just find some stuff and weld it on top.
Cool. All right.
Could work, I guess.
Thanks, Rex. You're a good guy.
You know what? I feel like a good being. I actually don't know if this is a masculine profile. Hold on. Reviewing.
Sharon?
It's not.
Yeah, Sharon. Sharon's a girl's name.
I don't know who you're talking about, but yeah, I definitely am not getting masculine vibes from this profile. By the way, I can now access my profiles. This is kind of fun.
Yeah. I'm glad you're having fun, buddy. That's all we're about here.
So, would we want to make it look like cool or?
I mean, I'm just fine with strapping a couple things to it. Just gotta.
I mean, that wouldn't it kind of look a little, I don't know, scruffy if we did that?
Yeah.
I mean, we've got like what 3 days now. We can draw something up.
We definitely can. All right. Anybody got anything else?
Yeah, from let's see, that's for the group. You guys have anything for the group?
Do we want, or I'll bring up. So I think we should also start some type of communal fund or credit pool for group purchases, such as future vehicles like land transportation and things along that nature.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely have to. Just in just for the ship itself. These guys aren't really that easy to maintain. I mean, I guess if we're dividing everything equally, divide it 6 ways instead of 5.
And actually divide all of the credits.
Yeah.
My
Right,
eyes
Knuckles?
drift to brawl.
Remember that talk we had yesterday?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I don't.
No, you wouldn't.
I don't believe we did talk.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure I only saw Seeker yesterday.
Yes.
Other than in passing.
And I only saw this guy.
Oh.
I might have sent those credits off.
Where?
To my family, who is in need of such credits,
Oh.
not me.
They're in need?
Well, hopefully not been much longer.
Oh, that's so nice of you.
All right.
Well,
That is very nice of you. I highly enjoy family stuff. However,
in the future.
in the future, would you like to help me out here, Zero? In the future.
Listen, I
We don't
can
know
make
what it's
it
gonna
up to
be.
you guys.
In the
'Cause it's
future,
In the future.
we will split it amongst all of us.
All of
Everybody
us.
will be forthcoming
Forthcoming.
about what credits we receive.
all we receive.
We receive.
Exactly.
Secret at the very end. 'Cause I get it now.
That was the point.
That's the word I know.
So I don't know if Miller wants to make this a thing, but we should make it so that Rye listens to everything all of us say.
Done.
Oh, like so the
One-way
comms are going
communication.
reverse.
He hears us.
Only
Yeah,
one-way
the speaker's
communication.
always on.
I'm gonna say for thematics, because I know Pat won't listen to the episode, and
That's
I do
true.
not want to catch him up to speed. No, he'll be completely muted. You'll hear the odd yeehaw coming through the bulkhead, but that is it.
All right, this conversation was the only one transmitted to him then.
Yeah, you guys have to tell Pat then, because he doesn't listen to me.
All
I'm saying
right.
you probably have to tell him again in character. That's why I'm saying it. I don't think it matters.
But anyway, I got a project I got to work. Actually, Hush, you want to give me a hand with it?
Sure, why not?
All right.
What's
So,
the nature of this project, though?
Well, see, I'm kind of, I guess you'd say I'm a little bit paranoid. And we've already been out here for not even a day, and we got attacked. What happens if somehow they breach our ship? So I'd like to booby trap, some key areas so that if worse comes to worse, and we get boarded, we can kind of, either take care of them or, just make it so that we protect ourselves.
Certainly.
And what I have in mind here is, you see, these walls here, and he's kind of like slaps the side of the ship. These walls are really, really, really thick. We're talking like 3 feet wide, which is pretty nice. It's pretty convenient in that it can withstand a grenade blast at close range. Now, hold on. I know I don't know what you're thinking. Why would you ever set off a grenade? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to he kind of looks at like the wall here. He's like, we're going to kind of cut out a little piece here. We're going to stick some grenades here. We're going to put a false plate over it. We're going to set a couple detonators on it. We're going to do that on opposite sides so that if worse comes to worse, we push a button and anything in between these two plates is a pancake.
Was this like during? Are we still at the table?
Oh, no. I brought, I'm kind of talking to him down the hall
Damn.
as we're coming down.
Pancakes would be a good breakfast too.
Can you show me whereabouts on the...
Yeah, no, I was going to do the, because side opening, right? Here and here. Is that the openings?
Yeah. Yeah, those are the two, airlocks.
Yeah.
Do you guys have grenades?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. I have 4 of them on me.
I'm gonna need whomever is participating in this to maintain what the ship traps are, because I will not.
Oh,
But
I will.
allow you guys to trigger them and build them as you want. Do me an engineering check. What the engineering check? So what you can do is you're setting this up. Like that's not really a problem.
Mhm.
Like that's going to be a thing you can do.
Mhm.
Give me an engineering check. This is going to be the DC of the trap you've made,
Sure.
which might be low. And that'll be like
I
how they
got
can
26 as 0 help.
Did you actually give? Is that 26 with the
26,
another?
28 with 8 another.
Please, you've got that trap set up on one door
Mhm.
as the 28 DC trap.
Alrighty.
I'm fudging with this a little bit, but I want to make your roll count, and I don't think a simple yes or no success works. So we're gonna
worries.
fudge this a little bit.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Never Split the Party. BS crafting rules for days.
Oh yeah. We got a lot of those in the pipeline, or at least I do.
Now, are you doing this to multiple? How many of these grenade stations are you setting up?
So basically, I want it on either side of the wall, facing each other, so that if, I need one set. No, I'm gonna do it so that they are face each other. If they are in, I don't know, whatever this 4 or 5 foot section, we'll say 5 foot just for easy marking. They're in this 5 foot section. Anything in this 5 foot section, just compact.
You're only
Don't
setting
worry.
up one of these little grenade stations, then, right?
Sure. Yep. So I'd need 1 grenade for each wall, right?
Yep.
Cool. All right. I will definitely.
And for damage, that'll be like a 1.5 damage on whatever a grenade would be.
Okay.
All right, and so you've got that. Now that's a standard trap you guys can set, but the DC will always be set by your engineering checks, which likely is going to get absurdly high for the DC saves. But I'm gonna rule that is like it's your ship, so if you really wanted to booby trap it, you should be able to.
Mm-hmm.
It's not quite the same as like trying to design a dungeon that people should eventually use.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And while you're doing that, Notsob is tinkering around with his wireframe laser, and he successfully attached a battery to it and reinforced the wireframe. Not quite shooting lasers yet, but he does have a. He could support a laser pointer if he ever got one at this point.
All right.
Is he making that around us?
Yep.
So I see him. Are you letting him make a gun?
It's harmless.
Mostly
Right
harmless.
now. Mostly harmless.
What does Notsob do when he hears that?
He aims the gun at Miller and pulls the trigger.
See?
The trigger is just
You
like
are
a
gonna watch
sheared
him,
wire. What happened?
Well,
I asked. You are going to watch him, right?
of course. He hasn't been out of my sight yet. Hey, where'd you go? Just kidding.
All right. Zero from now on is gonna keep a hand on a gun whenever Notsob's around.
Yeah, Zero spider sense is tingling. All right, guys, we have 10 minutes left in this episode. I'm actually going to run through Miller's checks really quickly, and we
Sure.
can definitely do more Tales from the Drift later, and we can even include Pat in them sometimes.
Maybe.
Miller, could you give me a check for your glove?
24.
24, and let's see
If I'm still around, I'll offer assistance with that too.
Sure.
yeah, we'll see if you can aid another, because aid another would get him past my threshold.
Yeah,
Done.
cool.
So with his help, you're able to successfully attach it. It is a pretty junky weapon. It is literally a one-off ranged melee attack for Brawl to use, and the distance is like the same way you'd throw a weapon, is the same way this would kind of work, just in terms of the mechanics of it.
Mm-hmm.
You will later be able to improve on this design. I will say every improvement is going to be like I'll have to see how high your engineering skills is going to get pretty quickly, but I think it's going to probably be like a 10 DC tier increase to make it better.
All right.
So this was 25, then we'll go to 35, then 45. I don't know how fast you're going to get to those checks, and feel free to tell me if that's crazy, but I think that's what we're going to look
I
at.
think that is already pretty crazy.
Then we might tear it down to like 5.
Yeah.
So instead it'll be
Yeah.
30, 35, 40. I don't know how fast you guys do. I know your skills can do a jump at level 5, so I expect you guys will be pretty quickly there, and I don't want you to get so far down the track with this weapon that you overpower Brawl.
You might also want to think about if he starts asking for help, because that's an additional potential 6
Yeah, that's true.
right away.
And honestly, that's something that Miller probably realized he's gotten some help here, and it has been working out for you guys.
Yeah.
And while you guys were working on that project, Notsob did not get any further with his weapon. Do you guys have any other checks you guys need to be doing?
Did we want to roll for the other trap or are we just gonna do both sides as that one check for the trap?
I was going to do each individual, so if you guys are doing both sides, I need another.
Yeah, let's do it. All right. 22 plus you could do your 8 and
Yep.
Of course you get the nat 20.
So that's going to be a 24,
Yeah, 24.
for the DC. Make sure you make them separate because they are
Oh,
going
yeah.
to be different. All right, and
Right,
Zero, did you have any
son.
checks you needed to do? Anything you wanted to check up on in the last as we wind down this episode?
What is it, the information I was selling?
The information you were saying, roll me a diplomacy check.
Any chance we can make a computer since I'm doing it via computer?
No, you basically need to convince them that this information is worthwhile. The name Sal, to be completely honest, not very useful to them. And the fact that you sent them the pirates or whatever, they already have them in custody, basically, if they're going to. So it's a matter of you're convincing them to pay you for things they don't really need.
13.
They pay you 25 credits and say keep up the good work, and it's a super condescending email. They do not include a signature. But you did accrue 25 credits because they valued the getting access to where those pirates would be.
You split that 6 ways?
What?
So you gonna split that 6 ways?
I did that in private.
Yeah, it's also true. No one knows about the 25,
Yeah.
and I'm not. You guys
I just assume that anything that we do as job-related stuff, we keep. However, as a group, we
I
split.
assumed it was group credits become split evenly. Anything you acquire yourself is yours.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. And if you guys change your mind later or get yelled at later, deal.
figure
But
it
for
out.
now, you got 25 credits, and you've probably kind of taken an inkling, and you probably already knew this, but when dealing with the Border Space Union, they generally need to basically handheld them into helping you or like recognizing you. They're very self-sufficient is the word I would use. Now, while they hire bounty hunters and things like that, they do consider themselves self-sufficient. That's kind of their whole spiel of being out in the vast and helping these like burgeoning colonies and these worlds like removed from the wealth of the Pact worlds. They consider themselves self-sufficient.
I'd also would have not sent this like as former, Border Space Union Academy student. I would have sent this like somewhat anonymously.
Yeah, I'd say that they didn't need they weren't doing any kind of background check on who sent what.
No.
If your information was better, maybe, because that might have, gotten their interest. But until then, no, you're fine. Any other checks you want to wrap up with your last couple days?
Did I get a response from Sal?
Oh yeah, the response from Sal. It is a video of Sal, and he's like, you know what, guy? Sometimes you get a better job, you get a better job. I respect that a lot. Thank you for letting me know. But do you got yourself a ship? Let me know when you get back, because I've been giving you kind of cheap work, but if you're part of a crew and you can get them to work with you, there's some bigger salvage to be had out there.
And
All right.
Milla's like, yeah, all right.
Keep it good, cuz I'll catch you when you're back on station. Sal out. And the message ends. For a second there, I forgot it was a recorded message, and I was expecting a response. I fumbled a bit. That's fine. Justin, I know you're waiting for something, but I think that's going to come later, okay?
Okay, yeah, I figured.
What is he waiting for? What is he waiting for? Do I know?
Nothing. Brawl Seeker, do you guys have anything you guys want to try and do with the last 2 days? Kind of cram in there.
Yeah, actually, I was going to do something. Brawl, could you come with me for a second?
Sure.
I have a new project I want to work on, and I think you'd be pretty good to help me with it.
Heavy lifting?
Yeah,
Maybe.
actually, I do. I need you to take all these eggs, and it just points to like this just giant carton, just like crate full of eggs.
All our food.
Yeah, all the food. I need you to bring this to my room with me.
Sure. I'm not gonna ask. I'll do it, but I'm not gonna ask.
Oh, you can ask. It's fine.
What are you doing?
What do you think I'm doing? I am an artist.
Making-
It's been a while since I've done any art, but
Making better eggs than those guys?
I wouldn't say better. Maybe more aesthetically pleasing eggs. You see, it's not usual that I work in such mundane mediums like eggs or paint or anything, but the past couple of days have really shown me that these are very versatile things. And it's just bringing out all the inspiration in me right now.
Yeah, let's get you in your room, buddy.
All right, so we go to my room with the eggs.
Do you have like a canvas in there or something where
The wall.
Good point. I grab like a tablecloth or something, just like a white sheet. I don't know if we have
Like
any.
off
I
a table, or
swear.
just like got one
I suspect
stored
you
away?
wouldn't have a white sheet. You might have tarp. You might have a spare space chute. You might have the ventilation shaft that leads into Rye's room. You might have.
Oh, actually,
A
you know what?
wall?
I've got it for this. I don't need any sort of canvas. I do need the tarp. So I'm going to grab a tarp. And I'm going to put it on the table, on like a little like end table or something I have in the room.
Sure.
And I'm going to start constructing a little bit of a
Pyramid?
statue out of
God.
eggs. I'm going to also bring with me something to heat up the eggs. Probably like a pan and
hot
maybe a
plate.
Bunsen burner or something. Yeah,
Like a hot plate of some-
Yeah.
Probably a Bunsen burner from one of your science areas. Makes
Yeah,
sense.
there we go. And I just start like cooking up some of the eggs, and some of them I keep running, and I make them kind of. I start building them up into.
Are they all still like within the shell as you're doing this?
Some of them might be. Bro, could you just smash a few of those really quick for me? I just shell and everything. That's fine. And I just I'm sitting there just whipping up a bunch of eggs and making like a statue out of scrambled eggs with some hard-boiled eggs on there. Some of them are just like kind of sticking out. The shells
Seeker, do you have religion by any chance?
I don't think I do.
So as he's
what
like
is that?
stacking all these eggs on top of each other,
I have
I kind of have like
mysticism.
my own bowl of eggs here that I'm just kind of like punching the eggs into bits and pieces, and then I just glance over at his statue with like a look of confusion
I have
as he's
mysticism.
assembling this.
Give me a mysticism check.
All right.
Gosh.
Let's see. What do I got? 5, right? Yes. All right. So 5. 25. Oh, nat 20.
Oh,
25.
What's taking place before you? And I suspect it's not intentional, but you kind of start to realize that there's a bit of like a shape appearing out of this kind of twisted mass. And you believe it's one of the many forms of the god Nyarlathotep. I don't know if I'm saying that right.
Yeah.
But he is one of the prime pantheon of Starfinder gods, Nyarlathotep. And if you want to look that up later, but that's the shape that's coming up. And you're doing one of his kind of more grotesque shapes. He supposedly is known for having many.
Weird. I was trying to make it look like rye, but that's okay too. Hey, Brawl, do you think it needs anything?
yeah. Maybe use something else that isn't an egg, for contrast.
Like mayonnaise?
Yeah, mayonnaise. Just don't bring it into my room.
Yeah, so I just finish up the sculpture with Brawl.
I love how this is like a off-white mound of something.
There
That
Oh,
is
it's yellow
mayonnaise.
too. There's some yellow. Or who knows what kind of eggs? Maybe we have weird space eggs and they're green.
one of
or
his
they're-
forms from Lovecraftian literature is Atu, which appears as a gelatinous mass extruding golden tentacles.
I might know a little bit about that. I do. Does he have anything to do with Aklos or what's the place I was trying to get to? I was trying to go to Octurn.
Yeah, he's
Because I do know their language.
you would definitely know about this god. One, he's one of the prime gods of the pantheon. It would be like Jesus Christ or any other kind of standard figure like Buddha. Like it's a name you know and you have some kind of idea of what their background is. You guys can definitely look that up. I'm not going to go through it on stream, but check it out in the Starfinder SRD. You should be able to find that online maybe. I did post the spelling of his name in the Twitch chat. And yeah, he is. Here we go. I've also got the. You guys know he's an outer god of 1,000 forms, working to return the great old ones into existence. and Octurne has some relation to the Great Old One. So it makes sense that there'd be some carryover there.
Because I had interest in going there at one point, and I do know Aklos, which is their language there.
I was picking on this god for a reason.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, in closing, I guess, I'd be like, hey, if this really comes along, it might be really good to display on the outside of the ship.
Ah, a wonderful idea. There we go. Oh,
Then everybody can see it.
Wouldn't it fall apart and stuff?
No, I'm sure you could think of something to keep it together.
I'll have to make some sort
Not
of bonding
over Zero
agent.
or Miller's dead bodies.
Maybe Miller can help me make a bonding agent that keeps this nice and stuck together. In space.
I am appalled and really excited if this pans out. That being said, does anyone have any closing things they want to do? Because I do want to wrap the episode and get into the after party. So do we have anything you guys want to do in closing?
All right, Knuckles. You want to come back to the engineering room? The engineering room. That's the one. Not the one underneath.
Ah, God. Yeah, I'll be right there.
I suppose as we start to draw close to the planet, we'll also unlock Rise Door.
Fair.
But I used your gloves, and I made something for you. Here you
Alright.
go. I call it my rocket-assisted haymaker.
What's it do?
It makes it so you could do a haymaker, and assisted by a rocket. You know, you like your little haymaker. Imagine hitting somebody in the kidney with that guy.
How do I use it?
Oh, I'll show you how to do it, buddy. And that's when the scene kind of fades out.
Awkward. Is this like one of those Rise scenes fade out? Or...
Oh, no. No, I'm picturing kind of like...
So Miller's
like-
going like,
all right.
Sit there
All right,
staring at each other for an hour.
So the other 2 days, nothing too exciting happens. If you guys need to make any kind of like checks off screen, we can do that and we can come back to it. But that worked pretty well, actually. I'm surprised you guys filled in that last hour with content. And you guys, as we kind of come to the end of the episode, you guys are coming up on Planet Revel. And just as Zero's research had shown, it looks like a void. It is a circle of space that is just obscuring stars. Your sensors are able to pick it up. There's nothing wrong with it. Just whatever
It's a
reason,
very
the
dark
atmosphere
planet.
itself is dark. All right. You guys have arrived at Planet Revel. Rye stumbles out of the room, looking a little ill, mad, and slightly triumphant as a stone is floating around his head now. And we'll pick up with that next time. Not on Dragon Ball Z like I was going to say, but on Never Split the Party. And until then, guys, please remember, never split the party.
Yeah, Patrick.
Oh my god.